Have you ever started a new goal with burning motivation only to quit after 3 days? Maybe you've promised yourself you'd exercise daily, eat healthier, or finally start that business. You went all in on day 1, full of energy, full of hope. But by day 4, you were back to your old self, wondering why you can't stick to anything. Maybe you've told yourself, I just don't have discipline. I'm not built for success. But what if I told you that the key to massive success has nothing to do with massive action? What if one man's story could prove that tiny, almost invisible habits repeated daily can transform a complete failure into an unstoppable force? This is the story of a man who lost everything until he discovered that 1% better every day equals 778% better in 1 year. Stay with me until the end, because this might be the formula you've been searching for. In a mid-sized city where office towers stood tall and businesses thrived, there lived a 38-year-old man named Daniel. But Daniel didn't work in those towers. He cleaned them. Every evening at 6 p.m., he arrived at the Madison office complex with his mop, his bucket, and his worn-out cleaning cart. Every morning at 2 a.m., exhausted and invisible to the world, he went home to his basement apartment. His salary was $1,800 a month. Barely enough. He lived in a cramped studio apartment that smelled of mold, with water stains on the ceiling, a mattress without a frame, and a microwave that only heated on one side. His refrigerator held the same things every week: instant noodles, cheap coffee, white bread. But more than physical poverty, Daniel suffered from something deeper. He felt like a ghost. Every night, as he cleaned the offices of executives, lawyers, and entrepreneurs, he saw their lives frozen in photographs on their desks. Families on vacation, graduation ceremonies, award dinners, and Daniel would think, will this be my life forever? Cleaning up after people who don't even see me? He had tried to change. 8 years ago, he had attempted to start a small car detailing business. He borrowed $3,000 from a friend, bought equipment, printed flyers. It failed within 4 months. He lost all the money and the friendship. 5 years ago, he enrolled in night classes to become a certified electrician. He attended for 3 weeks, then stopped. Too tired, too hard, too late to change. 3 years ago, he joined a gym with big plans to get in shape and feel better. He went twice. The membership charged his account for 18 months before he noticed and cancelled it. His older brother, Marcus, who was a successful sales manager, would visit once a month. Daniel, you're almost 40. When are you going to do something with your life? You can't clean floors forever. Daniel would nod silently, shame burning in his chest. I know, Marcus. I'm trying. But he wasn't, because every attempt to change ended the same way. Big plans, big effort, quick burnout, back to zero. The truth that haunted him most was this. He wasn't afraid of hard work. He scrubbed toilets and mopped floors for 8 hours every night. But hard work without direction, without a system, without consistency, it kept him exactly where he was. And every morning as he walked home at 2:30 a.m. through empty streets, watching the city sleep, he felt like life was a party he wasn't invited to. One thought kept returning like a whisper he couldn't ignore. There has to be another way. But what? One freezing Thursday morning in January, Daniel's phone buzzed as he was finishing his shift. It was Marcus. "Daniel, I need you to come to the hospital. Dad had a stroke. He's stable, but it's serious." Daniel's hands went cold. He took a taxi, something he never did, spending $40 he didn't have. When he arrived at the hospital, his father was in the ICU, tubes in his arms, machines beeping softly. The doctor said his father had survived, but his lifestyle, poor diet, no exercise, chronic stress, had caught up with him. "He needs major changes, or the next one will kill him," the doctor said quietly. Daniel sat beside his father's bed for hours. He looked at his father's swollen hands that had worked construction for 40 years, just like Daniel worked through nights, both of them grinding, suffering, but never truly building anything lasting. Something inside him cracked, not with sadness, with clarity. He stepped outside the hospital into the pre-dawn cold. It was 5:15 a.m. The city was beginning to wake. A few people were jogging. A coffee shop was opening. Delivery trucks were unloading. And in that moment, standing in the freezing air, Daniel made a decision. "I'm done making big plans that fail," he whispered. "I'm done with huge goals I can't keep. I need something different, something so small I can't fail." On the bus ride back to his apartment, something unusual happened. Sitting 2 rows ahead was a woman in her 60s, fit, energetic, reading a book titled Atomic Habits. Daniel recognized her. Mrs. Linda Huang, the owner of a successful chain of health food stores in the city. She was a local legend, started with one tiny shop 30 years ago. Now she owned 12 locations and was semi-retired. What shocked Daniel was seeing her on a city bus at 6 a.m. reading A Millionaire on a regular bus. Daniel gathered his courage. "Excuse me, Mrs. Huang." She looked up and smiled warmly. "Yes, I'm sorry to bother you. Why are you on the bus? You could afford any car you want," she laughed softly. "Because I like the routine. I take the 6 a.m. bus 3 times a week. It forces me to walk to the stop, gives me 20 minutes to read, and keeps me humble. Small habits, young man. They've given me everything." Daniel felt something stir. "You built your business on small habits?" She closed her book and looked at him carefully. "You look tired. What do you do?" "I'm a night janitor." And when he said it, he felt the weight of shame again. She didn't flinch. Honest work. "Do you want to stay a janitor forever?" "No. But every time I try to change, I fail. I start strong, then I quit." She nodded slowly. "That's because you're trying to change everything at once. Let me guess, you set huge goals." "Yes." "You go all in for a few days." "Yes." "Then you burn out and quit." "Exactly," Daniel whispered. She leaned forward. "I'm going to teach you the secret that changed my life 30 years ago. It's called the 1% rule. You don't need to change your whole life tomorrow. You just need to get 1% better every day. Just 1%. That's it." Daniel frowned. 1%? That's nothing." She smiled. "That's what everyone thinks. But here's the math. If you improve just 1% every day for 1 year, do you know where you end up? A little better? Try 37 times better." She pulled out a pen and wrote on the margin of her book, 1.01 to the power of 365 equals 37.8. If you get 1% better each day for a year, you end up 37 times better than when you started. But if you get 1% worse each day, you decline to nearly zero. Small habits, repeated daily, they compound like interest in a bank account. Daniel stared at the numbers. But how? What does 1% even look like? She wrote her phone number on a piece of paper. Come to my office tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'll show you how to build a system of tiny habits that will change everything, but only if you're serious. Because this isn't sexy. It's not motivational speeches or big wins. It's boring, simple actions repeated forever. Most people can't handle boring. They want fireworks. The bus reached Daniel's stop. He looked at the paper in his hand and made a promise to himself. I'll do it, starting now. The next day, at 10 a.m., Daniel stood outside Mrs. Huang's office, nervous. He hadn't slept, but he was there. She welcomed him into a simple, clean office with plants on the windowsill and a whiteboard on the wall. You came. Good. Most people talk. You acted. Now I'll teach you the system. She drew a simple diagram on the whiteboard. Daniel, imagine your life is a garden. Right now, your garden is full of weeds, your bad habits, sleeping too late, eating junk, wasting time, avoiding challenges. You can't just rip out all the weeds at once. You'll exhaust yourself and they'll grow back. Instead, you plant one tiny seed every day, one good habit. Water it daily. Protect it. Over time, the seeds grow into plants, and the plants choke out the weeds naturally. She turned to face him. Here's your system. This is the 1% rule in action. You're going to choose 4 tiny habits. So small they feel almost stupid. So small you can't fail. And you'll do them every single day for 90 days. Habit 1. The 2-minute morning routine. Every morning when you wake up, before you do anything else, you make your bed. That's it. 2 minutes. Sounds ridiculous, right? But it's your first win of the day. It trains your brain. I set a goal. I completed it. Winners start the day with a win. Habit 2. The 10-minute learning rule. Every single day, you spend exactly 10 minutes learning something valuable. Not an hour. Not when you feel like it. Exactly 10 minutes. Watch a business video. Read a chapter. Listen to a podcast. Just 10 minutes. In 90 days, that's 15 hours of learning. In 1 year, that's 60 hours. An entire university course. Habit 3. The 1-5-minute body investment. Every day, you move your body for 15 minutes. Walk, stretch, do push-ups, jump rope, doesn't matter. Just 15 minutes. Not to get ripped. To build the habit of caring for your body. In 1 year, that's 91 hours of movement. Your body will transform. Habit 4. The $1 savings rule. Every single day, no matter what, you save $1. $1. Put it in a jar. A separate account. Anywhere. Some days you'll want to save more. Don't. Just $1. Why? Because you're training yourself that you are someone who saves. In 90 days, you'll have $90. In 1 year, $365. But more importantly, you'll have the identity of a saver. Mrs. Huang stepped back. 4 habits. Tiny, boring, almost embarrassing in how small they are. But here's the secret, Daniel. You're not doing these habits to get rich or fit in 90 days. You're doing them to become a different person. You're becoming someone who keeps promises to themselves. And that person can accomplish anything. She added 3 rules. Rule 1. Never miss twice. If you miss one day, fine. Life happens. But never miss 2 days in a row. Missing once is an accident. Missing twice is the start of a new bad habit. Rule 2. Track it. Every day you check off these 4 habits on a calendar. You'll see your streak grow. After 30 days, you won't want to break it. Rule 3. Start so small you can't fail. If 15 minutes feels hard, do 10. If 10 feels hard, do 5. The habit must happen every day. Size doesn't matter at first. Consistency is everything. Mrs. Huang looked at Daniel seriously. I'm giving you 90 days. 90 days of these 4 tiny habits. After 90 days, come back to me. Show me your tracking sheet. If you've done the work, I'll give you the next level. If you quit, don't bother calling. Success belongs to people who show up when it's boring. Daniel felt the weight of the challenge, but also, for the first time in years, he felt something else. Hope, small enough to protect. I'll do it, he said. I won't quit. We'll see, Mrs. Huang said with a knowing smile. Everyone says that. The next morning, Daniel's alarm went off at 7 a.m., 3 hours after he got home from work. His body ached. His mind screamed for more sleep, but he remembered the promise. He stood up, walked to his unmade bed, and made it 2 minutes. It felt stupid, but it was done. First win of the day. He sat down with his phone and watched a 10-minute YouTube video about basic personal finance. His eyes burned, but he finished it. He put on his old sneakers and walked around his block for 15 minutes. The cold air hurt his lungs. Then he took $1 from his wallet and put it in an empty coffee jar on his counter. 4 habits. Done. He drew 4 check marks on a piece of paper taped to his wall. Day 1 complete. The first week was hard, not because the habits were difficult, but because they felt pointless. What is making my bed going to do? He thought. What will $7 in a jar accomplish? But he remembered Mrs. Huang's words. You're not building results yet. You're building identity. By day 12, something shifted. Daniel woke up and realized he didn't need to force himself to make the bed. His hands did it automatically. The 10-minute learning sessions started to accumulate. He had learned about budgeting, investing, starting a side business, marketing basics. His 15-minute walks grew to 20, then 25. He started jogging. His body felt lighter. The $1 savings jar had $12 in it. Ridiculous, but also proof. Proof he could keep a promise to himself. Around day 30, Daniel had a realization. He was becoming someone different. At work, he moved differently. He stood straighter. When his supervisor asked him to stay late to clean an extra floor, Daniel didn't feel resentful. He felt capable, like someone who could handle challenges. By the end of month 2, Daniel's habits had expanded naturally. The 10-minute learning became 20 minutes because he wanted to finish the videos. The 1 5-minute walks became 3 0-minute jogs. The $1 savings had grown to $1 on weekdays and $5 on weekends. Not because the rule changed, because his identity had changed. He wasn't someone forcing himself anymore. He was someone who invested in himself daily.
He had completed online courses in customer service, basic accounting, and time management. He had lost 15 pounds. His mind felt sharper. His $60 jar sat on his counter, small but significant. People noticed. "Daniel, you look good. What's different?" He smiled. "I'm building a new life, 1% at a time." In month 3, Daniel applied what he'd learned. He noticed that the office building he cleaned had terrible recycling habits. Papers, bottles, everything went into the same trash. He researched waste management and created a simple proposal, a recycling system that could save the building $200 a month. He typed it up and left it on the property manager's desk with a note. Idea from the night janitor. 2 days later, the property manager called him in. "Daniel, this is smart. Did you really come up with this?" "Yes, sir. I've been learning about efficiency and cost saving." "Why?" The manager studied him. "Most janitors don't care about the company's costs." "I'm not most janitors anymore, sir. I'm someone who improves 1% every day." On day 89 of Daniel's 1% journey, the property manager called him again. "Daniel, we're implementing your recycling system, and we want to offer you a new position, building operations assistant. It's a day shift, Monday through Friday, $3,200 a month. You'll help me manage vendors, efficiency projects, and facility improvements. Do you want it?" Daniel stood there, speechless. 90 days ago, he was an invisible janitor with no hope. Now, he was being offered a real career opportunity. "When do I start?" he managed to say. 2 weeks. That evening, Daniel called Mrs. Huang. "Mrs. Huang, I did it. 90 days. I never missed twice. I have my tracking sheet. And today, I got promoted." There was a pause. Then her voice, warm and proud. "I knew you had it in you. You didn't just build habits, Daniel. You built a new identity. Now listen carefully. Don't stop. These habits aren't temporary. They're who you are now. Increase them slightly, but keep the system forever." "I won't stop. This is me now." 1 year later, Daniel had become the operations manager for the entire building complex. He managed a team of 5 people. He had saved $2,400 using his $1 daily rule, which he invested in a retirement account after learning about compound interest in his daily 10-minute sessions. Every morning, he still made his bed. Every day, he still learned for at least 10 minutes. Every day, he still exercised. Now 45 minutes of running and strength training. Every day, he still saved. Now $5 minimum, but often more. His apartment was different. Clean, organized, filled with books. His body was different. Fit, healthy, energetic. His mind was different. Confident, always learning, always growing. But the biggest change? His identity. He was no longer someone who started and quit. He was someone who showed up. Every single day. His father, recovered from his stroke, visited one evening. "Daniel, I don't recognize you. You're a different man." Daniel smiled. "Dad, I'm not different because of one big change. I'm different because of 365 tiny changes. 1% better every single day. That's the secret." My friend, Daniel's story is proof of something powerful. Your life can change, not through massive action, not through motivation, not through some guru's secret formula, through tiny habits, so small they seem meaningless, repeated daily until they compound into massive transformation. Here's what most people don't understand. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is not one giant leap. It's 1% improvements, stacked day after day after day. Between waking up and going to bed, you make dozens of choices. Each choice is either 1% better or 1% worse. Better choices compound, worse choices compound. That's it. That's the whole game. Successful people know this. They don't rely on motivation because motivation fades. They build systems, tiny, boring, unsexy systems that run on autopilot. Make the bed, learn for 10 minutes, move for 15, save $1, repeat, forever. The results? They show up whether you feel motivated or not. So here's your challenge. The same challenge Mrs. Huang gave Daniel. Asterisk, asterisk. Step 1. Choose your 4 tiny habits. Asterisk, asterisk. Tonight, Right now, write down 4 habits so small you can't fail. Not, go to the gym for an hour? That's too big. Try do 10 push-ups or walk for 10 minutes. Not, read a book a week. Try read for 10 minutes. Make them stupid small. So small your ego feels embarrassed. That's how you know they're right. Asterisk, asterisk. Step 2. Track every single day for 90 days. Asterisk, asterisk. Get a calendar. Print one. Buy one. Make one. Every day, put 4 check marks when you complete your 4 habits. Watch your streak grow. Never miss twice. If you miss Monday, Tuesday is non-negotiable. Asterisk, asterisk. Step 3. Protect your identity, not your results. Asterisk, asterisk. You're not doing this to lose 50 pounds in 90 days. You're not doing this to get rich. You're doing this to become someone different, someone who keeps promises, someone who shows up. That person can accomplish anything. I promise you this, if you do 4 tiny habits every single day for 90 days, your life will not look the same. Maybe you won't get promoted immediately. Maybe you won't transform your body completely, but you will become someone new, stronger, more disciplined, more consistent. And that person is unstoppable. Daniel had nothing. No degree, no money, no support system, just 4 tiny habits and the decision to never miss twice. You have more than he had. You're watching this video, which means you have access to infinite learning, infinite opportunity, infinite potential. The only question is, will you use it? Or will you wait for motivation that never comes and wonder 5 years from now why nothing changed? If you're ready to join the 1% Club, hit that like button right now as your commitment. Then drop a comment telling me, what are your 4 tiny habits starting tomorrow? Let's build this together. I'll be checking the comments. Share this video with someone who's stuck, who's tried and failed, who thinks they don't have discipline. Maybe this is the system they've been searching for. And subscribe to this channel because every week I bring you stories of real people who transformed their lives and the exact strategies they used. No fluff, no hype, just systems that work. Remember Daniel's words. I'm different because of 365 tiny changes. 1% better every single day. Will you start tomorrow? Your future self is waiting on the other side of 4 tiny habits. Don't make them wait another day.